Hello there everybody, this is Alex from Hardcoin Guides, bringing my guide for Cultic Chapter 1 on Extreme Difficulty. Today we're doing Mission 2, titled The Shipyard. This is actually one of my sort of favorite-ish levels. I can't remember off the top of my head the other one in particular that I really like, but I know this is definitely one of those ones that I really like, especially early on. And for level 2, this is a really solid level. This is exactly what I'm thinking of. I hope. I know I just said like it's a favorite of mine, and I'm already forgetting everything that happens in it, but, that's just how it is. Not being mean or anything, but this game, sometimes some levels just kind of look a little similar, and some things just run together, and just, I tend to forget exactly what goes where, so. But I will tell you for sure that this is definitely a favorite level of mine, no doubt. But yeah, you saw that right there. Instead of going through the tunnel, you could just kind of look between some of the rocks, get some nice overhead shots, and definitely go for those headshots, of course, because headshots just annihilate dudes, and that's kind of the most productive way of doing things. I don't know what word I was trying to pull out to say there. I have no idea. It has been a bit since I recorded this, and I know, I uploaded, the first mission, weeks ago, and now I'm on to, this one. Or at least it feels like it was weeks ago. I don't know when. I know I'm being kind of slow with these, but you gotta understand that, well, editing them is not difficult. I only really just edit out the deaths anyway, mostly. It's just that my old computer is what I'm using to edit on and then render things on, and that takes hours and hours, and I also have other stuff going on my other channel. Oh yeah, real quick, by the way, right here, you're gonna want to go to both sides of this. You're gonna go to where the stairs is at, and you're gonna want to go to the opposite side of that, because there are actually two guys. If you can nail them with a nice headshot with the lever action, you're pretty well off. Also, if you happen to see even a flicker of a specific color, whether it be brown or gray or red, if you happen to see any of that coloring, in these cracks of these walls, take a shot. See if you can hit them from there. You can throw down TNT to the left side of the dock to see if you can blow them up that way. You can also try throwing Molotovs. I think you can throw a Molotov on top of the building, on the little hut thing we got going on here. I think you can throw a Molotov on top of there, and I think it still can work. But it's been a while since I've tried that, so, because it took multiple playthroughs to go through these games. And, I beat this game once so far, and on hard, and then I just decided to go through it. Also, I thought that dynamite was, or the TNT was, shootable. I thought it was like a lantern for a second, but that was not the case. Also, if you come down here, not these bullets, but right to the left of it, if you grab this little handgun ammo case, that is considered a secret area. So, there's that. Also, you cannot stay in the water for too long. Another thing to mention is I tend to say also a lot, and I wish I would stop, but I can't help it. I was having difficulty right here just trying to get back up, because you have to hold space just to try to get back out of the water, and I was just floating up. But, yeah, if they haven't noticed you yet, just lob a TNT in there and just take them out as you see fit, basically. But I would recommend shooting the guys from, the very top of the rocks first. These two guys up here on both sides of the docks. That way, they don't become too much trouble when you get to this little area right here. So, that's a big tip I could recommend. But, yeah, anyway. I have other stuff going on my YouTube channel. I'm now currently working on South Park: The Fractured Butthole. And, there's tons of other stuff, even, behind the scenes that I'm working on, normal work for one of them. And, working on a sketch right now as well. I also draw, so there's that. I got really lucky right there, where I actually was capable of grabbing a lantern and throwing it, pretty much 3 guys. So, yeah, get them to activate, run back, grab the lantern, and toss one, and just get a free Molotov. I love the fire in this game. It's so good. It's so good. Thank you, Jason, by the way, for making this game, because you are an excellent human being for that, because this game kicks ass. It really does. And the funny thing is, I actually went to the, they had a Steam nominees thing, and I voted this as the best visuals for the year, and I made Postal Brain Damage my game of the year, because originally I was already going to vote for it as game of the year, and that was around the time when I was barely playing Cultic enough to really consider it my top game of the year. But it definitely has made its way up there. I love watching it, I love playing it. It's just, I haven't played it nearly as much as Postal Brain Damage yet, but it's one of those things where it's I wouldn't mind whipping out every once in a while to play it. And I can't wait for Chapter 2. I cannot wait for more stuff. Personally, for me, I wouldn't mind having like at least 2, maybe even 3 chapters. I don't know what Jason's planning on doing with that, but we'll see. Also, I think earlier there was... Okay, well, one, there's like, you know, a secret underneath that boat, but I think there's also a secret underneath this ship, too. Also, if you hear the fan in the background, I apologize for that. I don't know why my computer has been running like absolute dog shit for these videos. I don't know why, for some reason, these ones are the ones that are just killing it. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, open this door, you know, light a TNT before you open the door. Open the door and throw TNT in there and blow them up. I threw cluster just to make sure that everybody would get hit. Because I think a cluster bomb still does just enough damage, you know, just by the sticks alone to kill everybody. I would assume so. It looked like it did. So I took that as is. There's going to be 2 guys coming up here. There's going to be a shotgunner and just a regular axe guy. And, you know, what we do with shotgunners around here is we just blast them with the shotgun. Crazy enough, the double barrel, the sawed-off, or whatever, you know what I mean. It still does so much good damage at a decent range. Also, here's a bear trap. Be careful of that. And to our left, there's going to be 1 guy. And then right in front of this trap, there's going to be a guy to your left on the crates. Be careful of him. He caught me a few times in earlier playthroughs, in my original, like, non-recorded playthroughs, and that little fucker. So, yeah. And if you get trapped, you can shoot it or just break it, whatever. So, see, that's the thing, though, with this game, though. I get the vibes of, like, both Resident Evil 4 and, well, of course, Blood being the most obvious. And I'm just assuming that most likely that's where inspiration was drawn from. And by the way, there is absolutely nothing wrong with inspiration. And I absolutely love when people do take inspiration from that and make their own original work with it. So, yeah, right here I tried seeing if I could find anything over there, like maybe some ammo or anything, but I don't think there was anything. And then there's just nobody in here for some reason, which is weird. But that's not technically true because there's a ghost right here. As far as I know, that from what I understand right now, that's their official name. I have, again, I'm just going off on Jason's Twitter, the creator of this game. I've mentioned him multiple times, of course. I'm just, you know, just in case. Just saying just in case. But yeah, you know, I'm going off just his Twitter and just seeing it from there. Also, this soap bar is an Easter egg. It's an Easter egg to reference to Dusk, which is also another beautiful game. I don't play it as much as I should, but I do like Dusk a lot. And basically what happens is you can take that soap and throw it at a guy and insta-kill him. That's the whole thing with it. And you do get an achievement for killing somebody with it. And it says, don't tell David. So, yeah, just fun little... I'm pretty sure it's a reference to Dusk. Because Dusk has like a soap bar in every level you have to go find. Which is kind of difficult, to be honest. Especially if you're doing it blind. Also, go to the left side first. So that way you get the ballistic armor parts before you go to the right. That way you just, you know... pass over the crates and not have to worry about going all the way back just to grab them. So there's gonna be, I think, yeah, just 1 gunman, and like I think the rest are just regular axe enemies. I think there's like 3 guys in here, so deal with them as you wish. I'm just using the doors to my advantage. You'll probably end up seeing me do that quite often in this. I have not actually finished this game yet on extreme mode. I do plan on doing it at some point, but I just have to keep an eye on like the secrets and stuff, which is a bit of a pain, but, you know, that's what you get when you play old school retro style shooters, you know? If you want to get all the secrets, you know, you got to keep an eye out or look up a guide, and that's basically what I'm doing. Kind of a mix of both. Preferably a guide now, because I already did a whole playthrough and I missed so much crap. But, yeah. Once you get done with there, you can come up here, and this is where the harvester is going to be at. So, basically, the chainsaw guy. He's going to come in this room, just going to blast him with a shotgun or TNT. I kind of don't recommend TNT that much because if you do happen to get a close proximity TNT throw on him, it will hurt you. And TNT has quite a big blast radius in this game to actually damage you, so do be careful of that. But if you happen to decide to use it, that's great, of course. You know, any way helps. But what I'm doing may not be the most safest of options, but it certainly works for me almost every time. And that's basically just playing Ring Around the Rosie, you know, in the middle of that pillar, which I assume is probably there for that purpose. I assume so. I don't know. I'm not exactly a game designer, but, you know, I do notice a few things. Fun thing about this, I think I'll show it in a second, but before you open this door, you can go all the way around, as I'll show you right now. You can go all the way around, come back here, and there's little windows that you can actually shoot through. So instead of doing what I was doing, where you just take the, the front door and blast them that way, take the preemptive, go behind him and shoot him through the glass. Basically, my biggest advice in this game is to, oh yeah, don't forget the key right there. I always forget the damn key right there. Don't forget about that key. Yeah, my biggest advice in this game is just, if you can find a spot to shoot a guy through, take it. If you can take advantage of any situation, take it. Because this game will brutalize you if you don't try to at least take your advantages and have well-placed, spots for combat and stuff. Because although I wouldn't say extreme mode right now, this early on, is that difficult, I will still say that it's relatively a bit on the difficult side in a way. Also, I'm not going to the other side just yet. I'm going to be going there after this. I'm just going to take out these guys first. So, again, I grabbed the lantern. I knew these guys were up here, and I just toss one down, kill him. There's going to be an assault rifle guy coming up, which are these light brownish enemies. We might call them orange. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm colorblind. I have no idea. But speaking of colorblind, I want to talk about that in a second. Yeah, so just, TNT that guy and you're good. Also, if you do happen to have TNT on hand, throwing it over here to these guys, or even a Molotov to these guys, is great. But I don't have any because I wasted all, so, if you have some, awesome. If you don't, that's fine. Just, poke your head around the corner. Just jump, trigger them to start moving toward your direction, and then start blasting them. You might take a hit or two, but, if you got armor on, you should be okay. And if you got, more than enough health, you should be fine, too. The cool thing about this game, though, is they do the thing where, like in Fear, that's the best thing I can reference, though. Just like in Fear, if you get down to a certain threshold of health... See, I made a mistake here by jumping in like an idiot. I jumped in a little too early to be shooting them. I should have, been using my advantages to take care of them, but it's okay. Health in this game is relatively strangely plentiful, so... I say that, and maybe the next update, they might not be. Who knows? Even on extreme mode, I'm surprised that health is actually relatively plentiful and just enough to give you 15 each time. It's pretty... It's not bad, but again, extreme mode really not that hard yet. So what I feel like once we get to the final boss, it'll probably kick my ass. Give me 1 second. I was thinking, yeah, if you have TNT, throw it over there. Oh yeah, the colorblind. So I don't know if you guys watch him or not, but I watch Scott the Woz, and he says he's colorblind, and he recently did a thingy where he's selling merchandise now. So I bought some. I bought some Scott the Woz merchandise. I bought some of those trading cards. So I just wanted to say that they looked really cool and funny, and I just want to go buy some. Yeah. Now I kind of feel... I don't know. I kind of feel weird saying that, but at the same time, I just, I want to have some cool cards. Why not, right? But yeah, anyway, next up, little area right here, of course, is I'm going to be focusing on trying to take out one at a time. That first group of guys will basically just be, a thrown lantern, burn them down to death. And then these next set, I'm just going to be walking straight forward until I hit a fork, and then usually hang to the left side. And also, keep in mind, those 2 skulls, that's your way out. If you're wondering where to go, those 2 skulls will show you that way. So if you ever see those 2 skulls, go to this little area right here, and this is going to be your way out into the next area for the, the checkpoint stuff. What you could do is you could always go to the checkpoint, get the checkpoint, and then come back and then deal with the harvester and the ghost at the same time, which, yes, there are. There's 2 ghosts in this little maze of a cave here. But, yeah, I just wanted to get as far ahead as I could and just take out these guys. This next area, there is actually a secret, actually, in these caves that I didn't even notice was even a secret. And I might not even gotten the first time I played either. It's right in front of this guy, I believe. It's, right next to these crates. But if you can get, if you can go the same direction that I'm going right now, and you can get behind these guys and take them out, do it. Stealth kills are just... They're wonderful in this game. It's the same thing with Metal Gear Rising, where, if you can do a stealth kill, you might as well take the stealth kill. Don't be a... a whiny baby and then, you know, tell everybody that, you know, stealth is boring and stupid and that you shouldn't do it and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, you see there, that's the effect of the ghosts. They pretty much have this weird range where I don't know what their full range is, but all I know is that they can hit you from... Yeah, there's your secret area. Get weapon parts. But jump behind those crates and there you go. They can hit you from... Like, if they see you, I think they just do damage. But they don't do like a ton of damage. But they do slow you down and it's relatively annoying. And it's just... It's enough damage to really just kind of just ruin your day, you know. And if you happen to have a ghost fighting you alongside other people, then it might be a problem. So... Now what I'm doing is I'm venturing out to go find where this next asshole is. And I think I find him because once you see this skull and hanging guy here, that's where you're looking at. So I just lob in, you know, a Molotov. If you have a TNT, lob it, but make sure you lob it to like the corner of that area. I'll tell you the corner I'm talking about once we take care of this guy. This is just pretty simple stuff, you know, harvester, just double barrel shotgun. Shoot him in the head with the pistol if you have, or just whatever, throw hatchets. I recommend never doing melee to these guys. I've never tried it myself, but it's one of those things where, like, I feel like if you get too close, you're just going to get hit, so, you know, why take the chance? If you got the bullets, might as well use them, expend them. But yeah, this corner right here, a ghost will be at, so make sure you throw your Molotov/TNT at least toward the ghost. You want to get rid of it. I don't know what it is. I just know it's a ghost. I don't know. There's no other clear indication of it. But yeah, you want to throw it toward them and then deal with the harvester. I was grabbing the lantern for the sake of like throwing it at somebody and just kind of keeping a nice light on me, even though I know I have a lighter, which, spoiler alert, you do get a flashlight later on in the game. So for those that are curious, yes, you do get a flashlight later. But right now we only have like just the basic light and then of course, you know, the lanterns we can pick up. I totally missed, but you can throw the lantern there and get these guys. And if you have any upgrade parts, now's the time. You don't have to follow exactly along with what I upgrade. You can always just pick what you want. The upgrades don't really matter that much. I would say, if anything, like if you really wanted one that mattered that much, in terms of like, you really want, like, they don't, what I mean they don't matter that much, I mean like, you could just do with regular weapons and still be fine. But if you were to go for anything, I would recommend damage. Damage and usually like reload speed / clip. You know, or magazine, you know, whatever you got on. If you can get like a magazine upgrade or like a reload speed or even like a damage, those are the ones I usually go for. You know, special things, not so much. So I'm just gonna make a save here because this part gets pretty hard. But this is one of my favorite parts of the game. This is usually why this is my favorite level, because all of a sudden, you know, once you start blasting dudes, the game picks up. So to our left is a minecart that you can take, and you can take it down that mine trail. You can take down that railroad down here and you know, just take the fight down on ground level. But I'm gonna stay up here and just get some, you know, shots, and I'm just gonna pick off these guys. So I'm gonna launch a Molotov, you know, straight in the middle, see if I can try to at least get a couple of kills. Your pistol has good range and accuracy, so use it, you know, if you can. If you don't have the lever, magnum shots for it. And there will be guys on the stairs leading downward to the ground level that we are on this platform. Also, hopefully this is not going to ruin the video, but like for me, I'm having tons of frames just getting fucked right now, and I really hope that that doesn't ruin literally everything for the video. I assume probably not. It's just my computer is just so fucking old, it can't take it anymore. So I don't really have a clear idea what's going on besides the timer still going and I'm still talking. But I can't really help you much here. There is a secret around here somewhere. You'll see it when you see it. I don't know. My computer is it's just frying up right now. My processor is it's just dying on me, man. Here it is. Here's the secret. Oh, we're getting some speed. Okay. There's just so much stuff going on, I guess, that my computer just lagged. It should be fine. My audio should be fine. You're gonna have a couple of shotgunners here. There of course, was a grenade launch guy back here, but I believe I took him out, or I'm going to take him out. I think I took him out. But sorry I couldn't be of much help in terms of audio-wise, but for those that, you know, were paying attention, or you needed help that bad, you know, visually, I hope I helped with that, because, yeah, I can't help much from audio because it's doing it again. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I hate doing this. You know, I hate how this has just been fudged with me, but it's something I'm going to deal with, and I want to finish. I want to finish this game, and I want to beat it and be able to get it all uploaded and done, and then we move on to whatever next. Not that this game is bad by any means, and not that I want to really rush it. It's just that, you know, I want to play it. I want to see if I can beat it. That's my thing. But yeah, when the music picks up here, it's just great. So, to the left of us, there's going to be a shield guy, so pay attention to him. But I just throw a TNT. I just throw a cluster first. I take out whoever I can, you know. Because usually TNT is relatively plentiful enough. But I also recommend toward shield guys, you can use like pistols and stuff and the lever action if you wanted to. But I always just use a double barrel when I'm close up, just because. I don't know. It just seems to work better. But I think you can actually make some headshots for the shield guys and take them out usually in one shot, which is nice. But, you know, yeah, right now we pretty much just, you know, Billy Badass it. Just run down here and blast dudes. There will be, I think, another secret coming up, but we'll get there in a second. But yeah, you see that's some powerful shots, and I think that might just help because of back shots. I'm not sure if that's a thing in this game or not, but it definitely seems like taking enemies out from the back seems to do a lot more damage. I'm not 100% certain, but I feel like that's the case. If I was the one designing it, I probably would have done the same myself. But I'm not the designer, am I? Nope, I'm just the player, and man, do I love it. Also, for those that are looking for games kind of like this, in terms of like, you know, just retro shooters that I would recommend, since like most of this is just regular, just, you know, shoot one more guy, shoot a couple more guys, and then head out. We'll do the defense guys later, but yeah, just lob TNT down there, blow them up, and then shoot the guy across the way. I usually use a handgun. It's not really retro, but, you know, Ultra Kill is pretty good. Dusk is pretty good. You know, the old Duke Nukem 3D, you know, Doom Wolfenstein, all that fun stuff. Power Slave. I want to get my hands on Power Slave, though, actually. I haven't played it yet, but I've seen it, and it's like, oh, it looks pretty fun. Is it called Nightmare Reaper? Fuck. It's that one that's like a roguelike. I think it's called Nightmare Reaper. There's also Proteus. This isn't really much of a retro shooter, but Metal Hellsinger is pretty fun. It's pretty good. Turbo Overkill is an okay retro shooter, but I just don't like the way it looks. It just looks way too graphically intense for me. Iron Fury is pretty damn hard, if you like that. If you're looking for something more in line with this, Blood, but that's also pretty hard. Shadow Warrior's a little bit difficult, a little harder than Duke Nukem, but still pretty fun. Yeah, down here is our next secret, so don't forget that one. Don't forget that one. Well, there's tons of retro boomer shooters out there you can go pick up, you know. I haven't played a Medieval yet. This isn't really a boomer shooter, but I wanted to get Cruelty Squad, but it didn't work on my own computer, and then I bought a new computer. So, but I did refund it, and I'll buy it one day again, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, you know, there's tons of them. You know, just check them out on Steam. They're everywhere, man. I love this renaissance of shooter games, not just retro shooters, but just shooters in general, just becoming better and more mainstay, and it's great. But anyway, that's the end of the episode. See you guys next time.